Welcome to Potion Permit. Moonbury's residents are in need of healing, and you are the best chemist around. With your trusty tools, a brewing cauldron, and a canine companion at your side, you'll need to gather ingredients, brew potions, and cure ailments. This is an open-ended sim RPG. It has pixel-like graphics, which reminds you of other games, so it's a bit nostalgic. The story is pretty engaging. Quests are very simple, i.e., talk to this person, gather this herb for this, or brew this potion, etc. It's a little grindy, but there are no time limits onto how fast you have to get things done. You can play at your own pace. It's a very cozy type game, similar to Stardew Valley or the game that shall not be named. Brewing potions involves a Tetris-style puzzle game, having to fit the pieces onto the puzzle board. This took me a little while to figure out, but once I caught on, it became a very fun and challenging mini game. You can get your copy today on Steam for $19.99 US dollars. I'll leave a link in the description below. It's definitely worth the price. So you arrive on a train, talk to Nestor. I guess he is a type of doctor. And you're both on your way to Moonbury. This is a very cute game, though. The whole idea is that you are a chemist, and you make potions to heal the sick. And you get told that the mayor's daughter is sick. And with you being an outsider, they're not too keen on having you in their town. But this game is loads of fun. The combat style is amazing. You just use your hammer or your sickle, your tools basically, to fight with. There are no swords. There are, at least that I have found. I haven't played a lot of this, but I've played some of it and gotten a little bit, like progressed the story a little bit, just so I knew what the story was about to be able to, give it a review. This is it. This is Moonbury Island. Well, you better get going. Good luck. You would. And do you think they'll you would have your doubts, Nora? Yeah, you would have your doubts. You think they could do it on their own? I'll show you. So here's the mayor and his wife. They've been expecting me. There is a lot of dialogue in this game, so if you're not fond of reading, you may not enjoy the game as well as others have. I enjoyed it. I love, giving the characters their own voices, whether it be in my mind or, outright verbally. But, I had a blast playing this game. And their daughter's being seen by the local witch doctor. And then he tells you about the town dealing with previous chemists. Apparently there was an incident. Here's where we get to meet the rest of the town. We've come together tonight to welcome a guest. Please allow me to introduce me, Angel. She is a chemist sent by I kind of sped through these just because I don't want to give out spoilers, but I wanted to give you all, like, an idea of what the game was about. So the mayor asks to give me a warm welcome, and they're like, you're desperate for a cure, but watch who you bring in. And chemist, you remember what happened the last time we had a chemist? The capital cannot be trusted. Oh, that's right, I came from the capital. I basically came from the city to this little one-horse town. Everyone's just a little excited. Yeah, I'm sure. And then they'll show you to your loggings. This is where you make your potions. This is where you sleep. This becomes your home. It's an old building, used to belong to a previous chemist. And he can't stress enough that his daughter needs so much help. So, first night, just like in Stardew, there's not much to do. You just go to bed. This game does have where you have to be in bed at a certain time as well. There is a time period where they will tell you it's late. You also have to interact with your dog and build up a relationship with your companion. After the first night, you get decorations, but you don't get tools until you go into the forest. Oops, spoiler, sorry. But they give you some decorations. It's kind of like Stardew, where they give you some things to start off with. I haven't seen too much of farming aspect, so it's completely different than the game that shall not be named, but it does give you those kind of vibes. Not that that's a bad thing. I think it's wonderful that some games are coming out that are similar to Stardew, and that developer was such an inspiration to other developers. Like, I don't find it to be a bad thing if a game is similar to Stardew. So there's our cauldron there, as you see, and that's where we're going to be making our potions. This is where we decorate. All we have is this tattered rug. Nothing says home sweet home like a tattered rug. And I mean, the town is massive. Look at this map. It is massive. And you also have a mini map up in the corner. And where you need to go is marked by a yellow exclamation point. So they do give you some guidance of where you need to go, which I think is nice. Me being, personally being a navigationally challenged gamer, it does help. I get lost in any world, any game, so that really, really helps. Here's one of the townsfolk. You must be the chemist. And this is where he'll tell us where to go and gather our ingredients. Name's Forrest. Run, Forrest, run. Mayor said you'd be coming this way. I got a little something for you, and this is where we get our tools. And call it a welcome gift. You might need it because I've got an errand for you. Here's our first quest. Gather me some herbs. Okay, so there you go. You can see the first task. He wants 3 basil, 3 jasmine, and 3 daisies. So the quests are fairly simple in the sense of you know what is expected of you. You know what it is you need to grab. And it took me a while to figure out how to bring up my tools, but I was using a gamepad or a controller, and right bumper and left bumper is what changes through it. I don't know what the controls are on keyboard because I try not to play on keyboard at any at any cost. You could see the dog has an icon saying that it's hungry. It took me a while to figure out how to feed the dog and what to feed the dog. But I do eventually figure it out. There you go. You whistle at your dog, and then you're able to feed it. And then a menu comes up, and you can give it any of your food items. And then every time you interact, you get a little chunk of the bar. And I assume that's your, like, relationship status with your dog. I mean, this is a very chill game. It's not like, okay, you only have today to do this first task. You know, if it takes you 2 days to do the task, it's fine. If it takes you 3 days, that's fine. You know, like, you do it at your own pace. That's what I like. I don't like games that put pressure on the gamer to hurry up and do the quest. You know, let me enjoy the quest. Let me enjoy the game at my own pace. And that's exactly what this game does. Is exactly what this game does. And then here you can see the battle. Like, the fighting aspect of it. There are wild creatures that you need to protect yourself from. You have a health bar and an energy bar. Everything costs energy. Kind of reminds me of another certain game that shall not be mentioned. I mean, if that bear's just gonna let me harvest the jasmine, I might as well take it. Now, all we need is basil. Some things took me a little bit longer to find than others. But, I mean, I had a lot of fun with this game, just, you know, messing around in it, you know, like, just seeing what all it has to offer. And there you go, there's the basil. Now we go to the ranger post between a certain time to talk to the ranger to get our quest completed and to get our reward. Then they also have a information section. That's what you just saw. It gives you information about your herbs. It gives you information about your monsters, where they're located, what they drop. I'm trying to think what else they tell you in there. But, you know, they'll give you information on everything you've come in contact with, everything you've gathered. It's a, like an encyclopedia. You know how some games have an encyclopedia of things you've encountered? This game is no different in that respect. Then he gives you another quest to go find Zio. And they show you where he's located. In that building right there. Not only that, they will also mark it on the map. So, like, there was no way possible that I could get lost in this game. And that's what I liked about it. Though, on the map... Okay, this is the brewing portion. On the map, though, they don't tell you, like, Angel's Farm like some games do. No, they just tell you it's like the... player farm or something like that it's called. So that took me a second to figure out. Not the game's fault, it was more of my own stupidity. But there you go. That's how you brew a potion. It's like a little Tetris kind of game. You gotta put the pieces in. There's a herbal balm. Now we're gonna make a wound cleanser. And it's just all of putting the pieces in. And if you don't have enough ingredients, you have to go back out and collect. Each item has a certain shape, as you see. So only certain items can be used. And there's the wound cleanser. Now all I have to do is turn it into the town hall. But that's going to have to be next day because we've ran out of time. Okay, so he's supposed to be in this building between 8, so I had to wait a while. Then he appears. You tell him, yeah, I'm done with your quest, or your request. Not bad. I guess the medical association really sent us a decent chemist this time. I guess the previous chemist that they sent him was just complete and utter, you know, dookie. Haven't had one around here since the accident, and that's what they keep saying about the accident. But that's going to do it this time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.